May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, wisdom, and peace. Be blessed by the divine. Happy morning, everyone. Have you all noticed in every session or every meditation as well as speech, not only that in every day of our life starts and ends with this blissful phrase, be blessed by the divine. I feel blessing bringing love to every single soul in God's creation. Blessing can be considered as a blissful phrase because it spreads harmony and peace to everyone around us and thus the entire universe.
Elavarasi, I think some echo is coming from your speech. Can you just check? Is there anything, some glass window, if it is closed, open it. Comes with a big echo.
Okay. So today I'm going to talk about these things in this topic. What is philosophy of nature? Basic theory of blessing. Why is blessing important? Who do we bless? How do we bless? How does blessing work? What are the benefits of blessing? How it is implemented in our daily life? How could be implemented further? If you all know, our every thought and every feeling is expressed by words. Whether it is joy or sorrow, everything is expressed by words, either writing or speaking. In any way, we are expressing it in words. What is a word? Word is a sound. You know what is sound? Sound is a wave. This wave is generated from every manifestation of the world, whether it is a human being or an object. This wave is radiated. It is having the wave is generated by shape, quality, or by radiation. But this will be influenced by the personality and character of a person or an object. So, how our personality and character is influenced, which determines our personality and character. From we born from our parents, parents from grandparents, it keeps going till the second sense of creature. So we are loaded with lot of imprints of habit. All those imprints are there in our Sanjita karma and also force of needs. Though all children in a family from same Sanjita karma, but the needs are different for each other. For example, food, clothes, or the place where we want to live, that also siblings may different from each other. Likewise, every person. Somebody may like spicy food, somebody may like sweet food, somebody may like some kind of fast food, etc. Depends on the food, we differ from each other. Like the same way, the cloth we wear, somebody prefer cotton, somebody silk, somebody woolen, depends on their need. Like the way the place we want to live, from hut, bungalow, or apartment, we prefer though the basic needs are same, our choice is different. Like the same from the same family, somebody is living in US, somebody in UK, somebody in UAE, somebody in India. So it depends on the environmental conditions and the choice of needs we choose, and based on our imprints, our personality and character is determined. This character and personality only influencing the way. You all know the law of nature. Just a quick recap. So the universe is made up of countless objects and appearances. You know the fundamental energy particle which is having the self-rotative force. Whatever you see, if it is rotating very speed, it will be generating a wave. This wave of energy is filled with the entire universe, from the dust particle to the tiny star. Everything in the universe is made up of full of wave field. So some of the energy particles form together to form an atom. This atom is generating waves, and also the combination of those atoms form molecules. Atoms and molecules all radiates its own wave in the entire universe. So the entire universe, static force and dynamic force is combined together to form the universal magnetism. So without this magnetism, there is no movement, no change, no function, and no result in the world. When this magnetism flows in a physical body of an organism, then we call it as a biomagnetism or life force. So through this only the wave is generated, and it is reflected and refracted in all the characteristics of pressure, sound, light, taste, and smell and mind. That it has its own distinct quality. It can be mechanical, chemical, magnetic, electrical, and psych. Depends on the situation. Suppose like this way you see in every day-to-day life, the wave is generated. If you see, if you are going nearby a garden, or if you are you are able to feel the fragrance of the jasmine flower. Whether the wave is generated from a jasmine flower or jackfruit or from a cooking dish, all the wave carries all the functions, contents, and characteristics of the objects, which are transmitted from the wave, through the wave, and by the wave. Like the same wave, the same kind of light is generated from the sun, though the light is impinges upon the water or stone or animal or plant or earth or person, whoever the wave, the light impinges upon, the character and originality of the light will not differ. It is purely depends on the source. So the sun is a star which is manifestation of various atoms and chemicals. It is giving light to everyone without any difference. Like the same way, each and every one of us are generating the waves. So where everyone are have generating the wave, this wave purely depends on our qualities of that particular person. It will carry all the qualities of what we have. So what is here more important is we have to be very careful about how we are generating the wave. If you take any human being, every person is conditioned with the imprints of experiences in the what happened in the past, what is there in the stored in our Sanjita Karma. Based on that only our action, thought, or speech, which is according to these imprints of experiences. It depends on those imprints of experiences only, we will radiate and reflect according to that. That is why each and every one of our behaving and acting and using different kind of words, we are unique based on our imprints of experiences. For example, if we have 80% of good imprints and 20% of negative imprints, what will happen? We will use more good words, more good actions, more good thoughts, more good vibrations from us. For example, like our Professor Muthu sir. Like the same way, if suppose we have 20% negative wave and 80% positive wave, in that case we will be doing more kind of bad words, bad actions, and everything will be bad vibrations. So every person will be having positive and negative radiations, but we have to change and clear all the negative imprints by superimposition of positive good thought. That is what our guru says. By exercising good spiritual exercise, this is one kind of method, that is blissful phrase. If we, by blessing everyone, by blessing ourselves, we can weed out all the bad imprints. Bad imprints in the sense which is giving harm to us and as well as to the entire universe. So we have to practice good kind of thoughts. How already our Sanjita Karma has so many negative and positive imprints. Suppose in the Prartha Karma also, if we are keep on giving importance to negative thoughts, it will add additional bad imprints to our Prartha Karma. So we have to avoid such by a kind of addition of bad imprints to Prartha Karma, and also it is our duty to clear the bad imprints in our Sanjita Karma. So that is what, whenever we are doing the blessing, we get the divine link. So we will be generating pure good thoughts. There would be nice ways emanating from us. So when we think to bless somebody without knowing, we bless ourselves. Blessing gets registered in our mind. Likewise, when we are suppose if we want to bless somebody, but the thought wave will be doing all kind of functions: clash, reflection, refraction, penetration, and interaction. Whatever thought we have, that thought will be having all kind of actions, where this portion of our thought will be clashes to the person we will bless, and portion of it is reflected to somebody who we bless, and it is refracted and penetrated to the person. Not only to the person, if we are blessing the people around us, and the people who we bless, the people around them, and also the entire universe, the thought wave flow is generating and it is rotating in between the people. Like the same way, if we are hearing music or song in the radio through our FM, all the sound wave carries all, it will do all these five functions. That is why, without losing the pronunciation originality, we hear and enjoy the same music. Likewise, suppose we get angry. Whenever we get angry, our eyes become red, our nerves will get tensed. We will get a severe headache too. Sometimes we are getting angry and hot arguments with our spouse. Even it had that fight is for 5 minutes, the adverse effect will be for 1 hour. We will be exhausted, like feeling like less energy due to this high mind frequency. So due to these bad thoughts, yeah, whatever bad thoughts, all these five functions happens. So we have to be careful. We have to avoid such bad thoughts. Whenever we do blessing, all these five things will do wonders, and again it will spread positive vibration throughout us and everyone around us. So when will our blessings be more effective, and why? So our blessings, it is better to bless every time, but it will be more effective after meditation, because after meditation our frequency will be reduced and we will go to subtle state. So in alpha wave position, in that wave all subtle cells in our brain will be functioning. So from there, if we bless anybody, it will be more effective. Not only blessing, even if you curse also, it will be very, very effective, because from the subtle state. If you take a arrow and string, if you are there are two ways or two possibilities. If you pull a string as much as possible or less possible, how much you pull the string very deeply, like that much force the arrow will go. Like the same way, from the subtle state, how much deeply you bless somebody, in that much effect it will create on the person who you bless. So always, after meditation, if you, in order to solve any serious issue, if you want to maintain the relationship with the people around you, always from the subtle state, you don't put any negative thoughts, because it will be more effective. So you have to bless deeply and genuine pure thoughts only from the subtle state. So how do we bless ourselves? When we do self blessing, by the grace of divine bliss, I will enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, happiness, wisdom, and peace. This is known as Sankalpa and works as an auto suggestion. So at the end of every meditation, we do this blessing. Suppose some of us, we will be having doubt whether we can blessing ourselves. Is it not selfishness? Shall we do like that? Because if we are when we are blessing, it is not at all selfishness. It is for the sake of us as well as the sake of others. Because whenever we bless ourselves, our body, we are blessing our body, our imprints as well as life force. In order to maintain the health of our body and mind, we have to bless ourselves. If we bless ourselves, we can serve the society in a conscientious manner to enjoy life, also to get enlightenment and perfection. Auto-suggestion also gives imprints to our consciousness, our physical selves. It will be again when we are blessing ourselves, all the five functions clashing, reflecting, refracting, all the five functions will happen. Sometimes even when we are intentionally thinking about it, even when we are sleeping, this blessing will work. Unless our body and mind are not in a fit state, we cannot serve to the society. If we fall ill, then how can we serve to the society? The society has to again take care of us. Again, then we have to double pay back to the society. To avoid such things, we have to bless ourselves. When we are blessing ourselves, our body and mind will remain harmonious. When we are, why we have to bless others? Because from the birth to till death, we depend on the society. The society gives us food, it gives us clothes, it gives us the place where we want to live. Suppose what food we eat, the food vegetables, it may be coming from India, the spices from some other country, or the tea cup which you drink our coffee will be from China. Different whatever things we use in our regular daily life, it will be from different parts of the world. So it is very, very important to bless everyone in the society. It includes our family, the place where we live, the place where we work. So normally when we do blessing, we bless in this order. We are blessing our spouse, life partner, children, the siblings, brothers, sisters, close relatives, friends, and in our colleagues, also our enemies, and also the world and universe. So first we see how do we bless why do we bless our life partner. Our Guru Maharshi has explained why reasons of why we have to bless each and everybody. In that, he gives much importance and explanation to the need of blessing our life partner, because every level of consciousness will be raised, every learning will be happen from the family only. Even peace, universal peace starts from the family peace. So family peace again depends on the husband and wife live in the family. So in order to increase the love and affection between them, in order to establish the peace and harmony in family, which is the root cause of the universe, so it starts from the family. That is why the purpose of Wife Appreciation Day, we do that transparent meditation. We are looking into each other's eyes, bless them. Not only but that particular day, every day 5 to 10 minutes we do such a blessing to each other, which will avoid conflicts and fights between us. There are a lot of benefits while blessing our life partner, because when we bless our life marriage, we used to hear the word marriage is made in heaven. Our Guru Maharshi also says marriage is not the physical union, it is the communion of both flesh and spirit. Because only in the marriage life we will get easy learning of everything, so without conflicts. We will sacrifice each other, sacrifice whatever thing we like just for the sake of our partners, and we also sometimes leave our comforts and preferences for the sake of the other. We have to resolve. When we are mutually blessing each other, we can weed out our egoism, indifference, suspicion and anger. All these things will happen with mutual blessing. Every day we can do transparent meditation, so the constant interaction between the eyes, you are blessing each other soul deeply, genuinely, then it will have the desired effect. Whatever it is, be blessed by the divine. That doesn't mean that just empty words without deeply thinking in our heart. Then you say, I say be blessed by the divine for several times, but I don't find the effect. That will be for two reasons. One may be a lot of negative imprints, or you are not how efficient you are doing that. The quality of blessing. The quality of blessing means that how deeply you are blessing from the subtle state. So whenever your wife is giving your food, whenever you are cooking food for your husband or children, every day I am cooking, no other work for me. See, the same kind of food, routine life, it's boring. In that way, instead, that is the wrong kind of attitude. Instead of that, he is doing lot of hard work and brings that earning. He is running the family, supporting in many ways. This is one way. I could not earn like him, but I can serve a good, delicious food for his good health and long life and be blessed by the divine. You think genuinely from the subtle state and cook the food. Surely the food will be very delicious. And while eating the food also, the partner has to think, though I am earning, I can give the money in the hotel. I will get variety of foods. The food will not be healthy and will not be delicious like how my wife cooks. So every time from the subtle state, you bless the food and you eat the food, then you can appreciate and bless. That will create lot of good vibrations between you. Normally the complaint will be wife, husband is not praising, because maybe in the cooking time, how much blessing you give, that will be less. In that case, you increase your blessing while cooking, so as to the food will be delicious. Likewise, while eating also, you do more blessing. In that case, this is just a simple example. In everything we do, if we do the mutual blessing, we can come out from our ego. And also, sometimes in some families, both of them will be working. If both of them will be working, means someone will be in the higher level, someone will be getting more dignity and identity in the society, whether it may be any kind of profession. In that case, the one has to come forward in applauding him or her with a lot of appreciation. Otherwise, suppose the husband is not appreciating the wife, if for her promotion or something else, she may feel dejected and misunderstood. They have to encourage each other for every time. They have to mutually bless each other to come out from the jealousiness or indifference. Because the family is our Guru says family life, it gives, it is the right place to raise the level of consciousness. Somebody say, when we have to realize the divine consciousness, we have to forest and we have to we have to leave out all relationship. But he says this is the place where we can learn and lead our life. We can raise the level of consciousness. We can realize the level of consciousness. This is a better learning library. We can know the purpose of life also. Instead of blessing, if we are having adverse actions like cursing or fighting others, then we will get more disease, loss in many ways. We are suffering by misery, misunderstanding, all the negative qualities we will be suffering. And also somebody will be beating husband and wife or quarreling by more unkind words. The children will follow as a role model, then this will be spoiling the entire universe. That is why he is insisting and emphasizing more focus on blessing life partner. Then there will be a good vibration between you. Then it will pass to the children, the family, then from family to village, village to town. Like that, like it will go on to entire society. Like the same way, Maharishi also explained one of his experience that a sky member has told Maharishi about his life situation. He had a good job with a steady income and he was able to support his family of his wife and 2 children. But the problem was they had some hot arguments with his wife a long time ago, and so they both were not talking with each other. So the man asked Maharishi for a way to solve this issue in order to have better understanding between them. So what our Guru suggested, he simply told the man to keep blessing her every day consistently, and he said he will definitely see some positive effects after some time. The man started blessing his wife at least 20 to 30 times every day. And additionally, after some times there was a change. He came to the center and he was explaining his feedback. That time he said, I blessed my wife 20 to 30 times a day, And when I was blessing, when I have to bless my boss or colleagues, I have no boss. I consider my wife as my superior boss. So I bless her. In all positions, I bless her. In case of society, friends, everywhere I put her in blessing. I included her in blessing because I want to have the positive change as soon as possible. That is why after some days, now they both continue to understand each other and have a great joyful relationship. So he said, I got very, very benefited because of this blissful phrase, be blessed by the divine, and he suggested everyone to use it because of having harmony in their daily life. So this is the practical experience one of the sky followers shared with our Guru Maharishi as per his suggestion he has done. So see, like this, if everyone are applying in our life in every aspect, we can also feel the same experience. The only doubt we always have is everyone is saying, I say several times, but what is the effect? That is because of the quality of doing. How many times you do, you increase the number of times you bless, and thus also try to less your mind frequency. Just Maharishi will say, when you praise your life partner, don't just praise. That doesn't mean that just for flattery or empty words. Simply, your dress is nice. This is not everything from deep appreciation, deep blessing, genuinely from the heart will have the desired effect. So, we have to improve the quality of blessing. Instead of complaining, even I bless, it is not working. So we have to improve such a way, because we are loaded with a lot of bad imprints. In order to remove or clear that, we have to increase the quality of blessing. Why we have to bless our children? Children are our offspring of our soul, reincarnation. What we say, the next birth of us. They carry all our Sanchita Karma, imprints of past and hereditary imprints. So we are much more responsible to raise them well in the society. How much land, how much money we deposit in the bank, that is not their asset. What we give them and what we leave with them from in the world. So only this blessing. So by blessing only, if we are blessing our children, sometimes if your father is complaining, how many times I tell my son to study well, to don't watch videos. So many times I say, so many times I shouted, advice, many things he will never change. That is wrong kind of attitude. Instead of that, suppose he is not at all listening to you, that means that is also due to your bad imprint. In order to solve this problem, passionately approach, lovingly approach the aspect. By after meditation in subtle state, you bless your child every day genuinely. How many times, even when you are idle, some other time, waiting time in the queue, traffic jam, every time, in order to have the desired effect on your son or daughter or a life partner, every time, whenever you get free time, wherever it is, waiting in the queue, every time you bless. While taking shower, you bless. Every time when you bless, that blessing spread through the life link. So it will be recorded in his mind, in his brain, so he can correct him gradually, slowly. But it will not happen in one day, but genuinely with the quality of blessing you give, after 1 month, 2 months, surely it will happen. Likewise, why do we bless our brothers and sisters? Our brothers and sisters, same parents, but after settling, after marriage, everyone will be settled in different life atmosphere. Everyone will be different job, different family partner, and different children. So may have different issues. Somebody in India, somebody in different country, environment condition also different. So in that case, though you all are from the same life force, we are from our parents, our brothers and sisters also from the same parent, same life force. So though only in body, we come from the same soul, only appearance and body different from each other. We are in different, we born in different time span. So the good things and bad things of them will also have a fewer effect on us. So if they are blissful, then only we can be happy. If they are sorrowful and suffering with a lot of issues, sometimes we also will be having such a depression or bad mood. Sometimes we say, I don't know the reason I am in bad mood. Means that this bad things that happens in their life also having some effect on us. So in that case, in order to have the wellness and goodness of both, we have to bless our brothers and sisters. Also, we have to bless our close relatives and friends. We are not every time we go to out of home to survive everything for job and everything, every small functions or occasions, everything we need the help of our relatives and friends. They are very important in our life because they are there every time in sharing joy and sorrow, mutually helping others. Going to a hospital, any emergency, without the help of relatives and friends, we cannot survive well. Only family alone is not enough. So we have to spread the good vibrations as much as possible by blessing them also. And also, why we have to bless our colleagues? When we are working condition, we will be having lot of cold work. Sometimes we will be saying with a happy face, you say hi, good morning, but in mind you will not feel good about the particular person, either maybe a boss or neighbor or subordinate. So here, if genuinely, if you take a particular example, many times our professors also, Sky professors also mentioned in the speech, they are doing the blessing with a colleague for several days or several weeks. Suddenly, the positive change happened. So, because the working place is the place where the harmony is very important, which can be attained, because we can control our action, but we cannot control the action and thought of another person because they have different imprints. So we cannot change them. But what we can do is by true blessing, we can try to safeguard ourselves from the bad vibrations generated from them, or we have to be grateful to them for helping to remove our bad imprints by giving that pain or issue to us. Like the same way for blessing our enemies. Somebody is keep trying to do the evil things for us for many days. Some of them may think my husband is beating and scolding very much. He is drunk, or he is smoking this, that. So many things, complaints. How can I bless him? In that case, if for example, if we are our child, however good or bad, we love our child because visibly we say they are born from us, they are our own blood. In the how much care we give also in the small age baby, when it is a baby, it will kick us, beat us, bite us, everything it will do, but we will be loving even those actions also because we consider it is a divine. Like we say baby is a god, we will love like anything. So sometimes with too much love, you can also, just like how you take your child with all acceptance in spite of the kicking or biting or beating, everything, you accept the child as it is your own. Your life partner also, you have to, this Disney, divinity has decided this is the right person to remove your bad imprints. That means he has given the person with all negative qualities which you don't like, just to remove your imprints. Instead of complaining and adding additional imprints, you keep blessing patiently, genuinely, then and they will change. Not only because why I hear again say life partner, somebody say that my life partner is the best enemy for me, he is the person most I hate very much. Likewise, so even the relatives and office also, if somebody is doing harm, this much thing he has done for me, why I have to bless? But repeatedly from the subtle state you bless, there will be a change happens. After some days they themselves will think, why I did this bad thing to them, I have to change. Some of you truly genuinely you have done, you might have seen the change at least. Though they are not giving good things to you, at least they will stop doing the bad things to you. So in that this is very important, because if you are suppose if you are going any suppose any person, some accident happens, if you are going in the road, somebody hit your car from the back, then you are getting angry, and then you are cursing them, then it will have more bad, the situation will get worse. So instead of that, if you are okay, from more than accident, just I lose my car, that I can repair. But anything happens to my life, what happens? The divinity has given this accident just to safeguard myself, to remove my one of my negative friend and imprint. So he is here to, he is an instrument to help me to remove the negative friend imprint. In that way, you think you can handle the situation in a better way. You can finish all the formalities without going to the emotional state. Likewise, when Maharishi was saying about the blessings, how the blessings, why we have to bless the world and universe. He says that we, after meditation, we say the whole world may enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. We all know our, for everything we depends on the society. Even though we are from, why we have to bless the entire universe, because different, we are from different countries, but from under the same sky, under the same landscape, and using the same, sharing the same ocean, we all are connected. When we are blessing the world, what will happen? The responsible leaders of the universe, they will get the spiritual knowledge. Lack of spiritual knowledge only, so many wars and many adverse things happens. If we are blessing, they are doing many public affairs and kind of services from different departments. So they will be doing their duty with compassion, with love and honesty, then in order to avoid wars and everything. So in order to, if we are blessing the entire universe, so many wars will not happen, so many conflicts, issues, problems happens between the nations, terrorism, all these things will not happen because of this blessing the entire universe. So how, when we take how the blessing works, when we are blessing, our biomagnetic waves of blessing will be having, recording a imprint to the person who we are blessing, and also that imprint will be there, recorded in our genetic center also. And we are doing from the subtle state, as I said, bow and arrow, like how much you bless from the subtle state, that much desire effect. Just like the arrow, it will be going more with more force, your blessing will have desired effect quickly. Like the same way for cursing also, maybe for cursing it will take longer time, but before it comes into action, from the giver side as well as the receiver side, it will give enormous adverse effect. That's what I explained. Either if it is an accident or some other things happened in before reacting to the situation by adding additional imprints to our prartha karma, we should be very clear that whatever negative things happens unpleasant to us, either it is a departure or loss of soul, any loss of losing our dear ones, everything happens. That is as per the law of nature. We have to accept that. If we are accepting only, we can remove our bad imprints. You know, all the benefits of blessing, it will create good culture and harmony between us. Even enemies will be turning to good friends at some stages. It will reduce our ego and helps understanding with peoples and materials in the world. When I am talking about the benefits of blessing, I would like to mention about one small story how the blessing works. One day, yes, there was a man who was a vegetable vendor who was selling vegetables at the roadside shop for his daily living. First, the shop was not running successfully. After some hard effort, so much he was earning a little to satisfy his daily need. He was happy with his family. But few months later, a huge mall was built opposite the man's shop. The mall also had a variety of vegetables and other groceries. So after seeing the mall, the person thought, "Oh, this mall has." They have built this kind of big mall to in front of my small shop. How can I survive? So I have no, like, I have to change this place or what to do. He became very sorrowful. At that time, one saint visited to the town. So he approached and asked him, explained his problem to the saint and asked for a solution. The saint said, you just keep blessing the mall to grow its business and prosper. You bless the mall more and more. He was surprised and why I have to bless them all? If I bless them all, it will grow. Then what happens to my happiness and my daily living? Anyway, he went and did as the saint said. Every day he started blessing and wishing well for them all to be successful. After few weeks, one of the staff members from the mall approached the vegetable vendor and asked him, could you supply the vegetables to be sold in my mall from your shop? Because you have more experience, so you know many vegetable vendors. You buy the vegetable and I will take it from you. The man was not able to control his happiness. He happily agreed and started ordering and supplying the vegetables happily to the mall. And then the mall became more and more successful, and also the vegetable vendor. Likewise, even when we are blessing more and more, everything will turn at one point, it will turn to positive and good change will happen for everything. The thing is, we have to put faith and genuinely we do the blessing. When you take the blessing, especially when you use this word in Tamil language, we used to say "Valka Varamudan." If when we are saying in Tamil, our tongue touches the upper palate, which activates the pineal and pituitary gland at the same time. That's what our guru says. That's why we can use this blissful phrase in English, be blessed by the divine. And if possible, we can also use it as Valka Varamudan if it is easy for you to pronounce. Because to activate more our pineal and pituitary gland as it is related to our physical glands. And also especially in South India like Tamil Nadu, because our Aliyaru, that origin is from Tamil Nadu, many that Valka Varamudan blissful phrase is repeatedly used by so many people in Tamil Nadu. So when we are going by car traveling somewhere, we happen to see this Valka Varamudan in lorries, trucks, taxis, autos, and every transport. I happen to see this blissful phrase this time when I go India. Then I thought how much this blissful phrase is spread all over Tamil Nadu. So not only, even some homes, they will in the entrance door they put Valka Varamudan. I don't know that by knowing the meaning by sky follower they have put, or only the blissful phrase it looks good to spread positive vibration they put. I don't know, but anyway, this if we are repeatedly using and genuinely blessing the entire world, maybe this will be the blissful phrase used by the entire universe at one time. That is our guru's dream. It literally means live with the prosperity in English, but we say be blessed by the divine, because due to the divine power only we get all blessings in our life. Before concluding, I would like to say, because suppose if you somebody asks you why you like jasmine flower, what will you say? You will say, I like the fragrance. I look if I put the flower in my hair, I myself look beautiful. Why you choose that? Prefer the flower to wear because of its fragrance. You like the smell, or you think it is beautiful. When somebody asks you which restaurant you want to take your food, you may say that a particular restaurant, that quality of food, taste food, delicious food, but service is poor, you don't go. If another restaurant service is good, quality of food is not good, you won't go. If both are good, you will prefer the particular restaurant. Like the same way, suppose if you are going on the roadside with dirty water, bad smell is coming, you want to escape as much possible quick from that particular place. You just compare the jasmine flower fragrance and this situation. This one you preparing for the good smell, that is, it is giving good vibration to yourself and harmony to yourself. Likewise, if bad smell it is, you are neglecting. Even not only that, if you are going for a jewelry shop, you check whether so many times to the shopper whether that jewel is 100% pure gold, and you wear the jewel and look into the mirror, is it beautiful to me? Then if you are not satisfied, you just take another one. Not only from gold, from the bed where we sleep, from the dress where we wear, everything we want the best. Whatever mobile phone or watch, everything we want to go for the supreme brand. We feel at some point it is in what way it is useful to us, what way it is good to us, what way it gives you, put your faith that it will give you, I mean that you think it will be, if I buy this thing it will be very much useful, it should be, I should get the best usage of this happiness or usefulness from that particular object, whatever you prefer. So the outside world you try to prefer the better and best from everything you use. From the people also you want them to be dance for your tunes. Whatever you expect from others, they have to work accordingly. You are expecting that from the world, but the same, why not the external world expect from you? They also expecting you to be more good, more useful, more loving, more kind. So in order to, likewise everybody is expecting the same. So we have to, in order the entire world to be good and kindful and peaceful, it should start, the root cause should start from the self. So with the self blessing, you have to start and radiate the powerful wave through this blissful phrase every time, whenever you are waiting, everywhere, instead of complaining the traffic jam, instead of complaining the queue, instead of sitting idle for some time for something, waiting for your husband to come back from the office, if you are depressed, if you are suffering by some problem, you just put this blissful phrase repeatedly saying, you let the divine bless you, every one of you, to use this blissful phrase to the entire life as much as possible, as frequently as possible. Let your family and every one of you enjoy the blissfulness of this blissful phrase blessing in your entire life, and spread this phrase, blissful phrase, to every one of your friends and relatives, so that even though they don't know the Vedatriyam concept, you ask them, in order to solve your problem, you try to use this frequently, this phrase, because some of us, they think this is very serious, I could not understand. Initially this is an easy way, you ask them to use this after their prayer or something, so that the world peace and harmony will be attained by using this.